everybody. This is Lenny. I kind of want to talk to you today about this last adventure I went on down to Bluff State Park. I can't quit thinking about how much enjoyment I got out of that trip. A friend of mine was down there. She's hosting that. She's camp hosting. She is a nomad. She lives in her van full time, and I've done a video tour of her van. Her van is named Oreo Speedwagon, and she grew up down there. This state park is called Bluff State Park in Missouri, and it's in the National Scenic Riverways area of the Ozarks down in southern Missouri. And it's my favorite part of Missouri, and I've been going there a lot this year and learning it. She grew up actually at Bluff State Park, only she grew up, it was called Camp Zoe. And this camp originated back in 1929, and it was originally just for girls and girl empowerment. Taught girls how to ride horses, canoe, fish, cook, shoot BB guns. It was 330 acres, and there was a horse barn. There was horses you took care of. It was everything I would have loved to have had when I was a child, and what I dreamed of as a child to do, and I think that's why I loved it so much. But I got there, and of course I've heard from Joni about Camp Zoe, all this stuff, but I really didn't understand it until I went and actually did the video I did and learned about it. And she had yearbooks, that had all these girls and kids having the time of their lives and building their self-esteem and their characters, who they're going to be as adults, and the thing I guess I really want to talk about is it reminded me of my childhood, which I didn't, I'd never had a father. They divorced when I was 2, so and the last time I saw him I was 3. Never paid child support, deadbeat dad, that type thing. But my mom did the best she could do, but what she did do is she sent us to camp at YMCA in Colorado. And so my YMCA camp adventures reminded me a lot of what they did, but they got to stay there at camp, and for 2 weeks. Each session, they had sessions, and each session was a 2-week session. And I don't remember how long ours were during the summer, but it was day camp, and my mother would drop us off every day and on her way to work or whatever, and then pick us up at the end of the day. But I do remember the camp posts were a lot like excuse me, this was all back, late 60s, early 70s. And that's when Joni's parents bought this camp. They ran this camp. They owned it. And so Joni grew up with it, for over a decade of her childhood, had this camp in her lives and helped her parents run it, And the friendships and the love and the yearning for nature that you have in your soul comes from things like that you had as a child. And it reminded me of all that I had when I was a child. And it made me so happy. There was a little creek right by camp, and everybody from the campground would go down to this creek. It's called Sink In, Sinkin Creek. And there's a story on why it has that name, and it's in my video if you ever want to watch it. It's on my other site, Campfire Girls. But I could put a link in here for you if you want to watch the video. I think I'll do that anyway. I'm not trying to combine the two, but this experience made me so happy that I think that it related to me as when I was a child growing up, and the happiness you had back then. And we'd go down to this creek. It was very hot in Missouri. And of course I had Rosie with me. She's sleeping over here. And the creek was perfect for her. She could put her paws down there. I mean, it wasn't deep. She could walk around. You know, they didn't have to be on a leash. She loved it, and it cooled her down just like that, because that water is so cool and clear and beautiful. We just put our chairs in the water, and you'd sit there. We sat under the bridge, so there was shade, you know, and you could get in the shade or in the sun, whatever you wanted to do. The families that came down there, they were families. They were whole families. They were, they would carry the big umbrellas and, you know, table umbrellas, and bring them down and make sure grandma was in the shade, you know. And instead of getting sad and about not having my children with me or my grandchildren, I mean, I thought about it, of course you do, but I was happy because these people were all loving people. It was like they walked down this gravel path onto the gravel bar and become these really good human beings. There wasn't anybody there that wasn't respectful, loving of one another. It really, really made me happy to see that. I needed to see that, and I didn't get sad. I was just happy. And I just think that if you could find something in your life that can remind you of being that happy again, and reach out to it and do it, find some happiness in your soul to live and continue your life. I just wanted to share this experience with everybody because I cannot stop thinking about it. It was that much fun, and I hope that you can find this for yourself. I just wanted to share that. You all have a great day. I wish you nothing but peace.